From WDTN, the station that's working for you, this is 2 News at 10 on Dayton CW.
This is the United States of America. And there's nothing, from the bottom of my heart I believe this, there's nothing we can't do when we do it together.
1 year later, we're reflecting on the impact of this pandemic and looking ahead to bold new promises made tonight by the president.
Also tonight, new guidance for nursing homes and indoor visits. We're talking to local facilities about how these changes will help the elderly anxious to see their families.
But first, here tonight at 10, the president making a bold new promise tonight to America about the effort to increase COVID-19 vaccinations. In a primetime address, President Biden vowed all adults can start registering for vaccines by May 1st. Alice Barr has more on his coronavirus update tonight in Washington.
Tonight, in his first primetime address, President Biden voicing a collective sense of grief and hope, exactly 1 year after a frightened nation began slipping into a pandemic lockdown.
We are bound together by the loss and the pain of the days that have gone by. We're also bound together by the hope and the possibilities of the days in front of us.
Earlier today, the president signed a bill into law that releases nearly $2 trillion in COVID relief.
This historic legislation is about rebuilding the backbone of this country.
On this day in 2020, a rapid series of seismic changes shattered normal life. The World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a pandemic.
We have rung the alarm bell loud and clear.
That same day, the NBA suspended its season, and former President Trump announced a European travel ban. In the years since, lockdowns have forced millions out of work, and the unrelenting virus has stolen more than 500,000 American lives.
Basically, within 10 months, we've lost 3 of our 4 parents.
Top health official Dr. Anthony Fauci saying the death toll is far worse than he could have imagined.
We had such divisiveness in our country that even simple common sense public health measures took on a political connotation.
Now, as some states are lifting mask mandates and fully reopening businesses, medical experts are urging caution, with vaccines offering a potential pathway to normal.
Alice Barr reporting, and earlier today, the president signed into law one of the largest relief packages in U.S. history. The $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan includes $1,400 stimulus checks for each American, making up to $75,000. It also includes $300 weekly federal unemployment, financial assistance for city and state governments, and expanded child tax credits. The legislation comes exactly 1 year to the day when the country shut down.
And given that, we're also reflecting on the beginning of the pandemic here in the Miami Valley. One of the first confirmed cases in our region was up in Darke County. Since then, more than 5,000 people there have caught COVID, resulting in 116 deaths in that county.
We have hospital staff, we have health department staff, and we have family health staff at just about all of these. So I call it a coalition. We've been working well together and functioning well, and so the vaccine situation in Darke County right now is doing quite well.
And since the vaccine rollout began there, roughly 15% of Darke County's population has received at least a first dose.
And the Ohio Department of Health reports more than 1,400 new coronavirus cases today, which is under our current average of 1,788. More than 933,000 people in Ohio are believed to have recovered from the virus. And the spread of COVID-19 is declining. The state's dashboard says we are averaging 155 cases per 100,000 people. That's a 13% drop from the previous report. Governor DeWine says all health orders will be lifted if our state's average drops to 50 per 100,000. The COVID-19 county advisories are also improving. We are now up to 21 states dropping to a level 2 orange. That includes Mercer, Auglaize, Darke, Shelby, and Preble counties. One county in southeastern Ohio is now level 1 yellow.
And new national guidance opens up nursing homes for indoor visitations regardless of the vaccination status of the resident and visitor. 2 News reporter Allison Gens is live tonight at Kester Pavilion with what it means for facilities like that one.
Mark, Kester Pavilion is lit up in blue tonight, and that is in honor of those who fought and died from COVID-19. Now, nursing home officials say that today's announcement was a big step after a year of uncertainty for residents and their families.
Been really waiting for this day.
India Chrisman Williams with Kester Pavilion says the new guidance is a long time coming. The federal guidance allows for safe indoor visitations for all residents unless a resident is unvaccinated and the county positivity rate is greater than 10%, less than 70% of residents are fully vaccinated, or if a resident is quarantined or has a confirmed COVID-19 case.
The residents are anxious. We're anxious for those families to come in and actually be able to physically touch the patients, as the guidance allows.
Chrisman Williams says this is a big change from a year ago when Kester Pavilion was one of the first long-term care facilities in the state to report an outbreak with dozens of cases and several deaths. She says this month is heavy with emotion for staff and residents.
We have faced the most difficult year we could ever imagine. We're a great team, and we've come through it, and we're really proud of our efforts.
Now they're looking forward to opening their doors to families and say the vaccine is key in returning to normal.
We can't emphasize enough the importance of getting vaccinated, and that's what's going to make it a big change as we go forward.
And Kester Pavilion is working on their policies to go along with the new guidance. They're asking for continued support as they continue to reopen nursing homes. In Troy, Allison Gans, 2 News, working for you.
All right, Allison, thank you for that. A new poll shows 1 in 5 Americans has lost a relative or close friend to the coronavirus, and the death toll tonight stands at 527,000 Americans. The poll also found that 1 in 3 Americans is not planning on getting the vaccine. The most reluctant groups tend to be younger adults, people without college degrees, and Republicans. The CDC says at least 64 million Americans have received at least 1 dose, and 33 million of us are now fully vaccinated.
Ohio's COVID-19 vaccine rollout expanded to people 50 and older and people with type 2 diabetes or end-stage renal disease. 2.1 million Ohioans have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. And this morning, Governor DeWine toured the vaccine center at the Upper Valley Mall in Clark County. An estimated 20% of that county has received at least 1 shot.
We appreciate the support that the governor has given us with the amount of vaccine. This is 3 weeks in a row that we've gotten 3,500 first doses. We've gotten notice yesterday that we're getting 3,500 additional first doses for next week.
It's good to be on offense, and we have to continue, though, as we are on offense, to also stay on defense. And the defense is the mask.
Governor DeWine says he will have an announcement about the next eligible age group in the next week. We also have that tool for you on our website with everything you need to know about getting registered to get a vaccine. Go to WDTN.com. Look for the banner at the top of our homepage.
And weather now, I'll tell you what, it's been a rainy day and night here in the Miami Valley, but it looks like we're starting to dry out. Things are finally moving off. We check in now with Storm Team 2 Chief Meteorologist Brian Davis with the first check of the forecast at 10. Hello, Brian.
Hi there, Mark. Yeah, the heavy rain has moved out. We still have some showers coming through, mainly along in south of Interstate 70, and those will still be around for a little while. And even past midnight, we still could have some showers at times, but they should be much lighter than that heavier rain that we had. And we even had a viewer report some thunder around the Centerville area this evening. But that precipitation, again, the heavy rain moving out. Rainfall totals, Dayton International about a ½ inch, but anywhere from about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain across southern Indiana and up into southwest Ohio today. No threat of severe weather from this point on. Showers will be coming to an end tonight. We expect dry weather on Friday. Right now, some damp conditions in downtown Dayton and still some raindrops falling out of that sky. But it should be drying out in the morning. Any showers pretty much ending around 4 a.m. as winds turn to the northwest light. I'll have your complete Storm Team 2 forecast minutes from now.
Well, there will be a fair season this year in Ohio, what organizers believe will be their biggest challenge.
And a bit later here on 2 News at 10, while another stimulus check certainly sounds good to many Americans, we're asking about the impact on your taxes.